Saraswati Devi Gopali Devi Sesha Sunyavati Chachade Chatai Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaurara Bhaktivinoda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaurara Jai Gauranga Jai Jai Gauranga Gauranga Jai Jai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jai Satchinandana Gaura Hari Satchinandana Gaura Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 any more comments for the priest and the candidate? Namo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astotaya Sadasha A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Namanta Kota Vaishnavrinda ki. Namacharya Shri Haridasa Thakur ki. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Bhaktivinoda ki. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan ki. Vrindavan Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Ganga Maya ki, Muna Maya ki, Tulasi Deva ki, Bhakti Deva ki, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki, Lord Chaitanya's Harinam Sankirtan ki, Prihat Madanga ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Shri Gaunitai ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Sabhadra ki, Shri Radha Shama Sundar ki. And deity is here, Radha Shama Sundar? Shama Sundar. Gaura Premanandi, all glorious to the assembled devotees, all glorious to the assembled devotees, all glorious to the assembled devotees, all glorious to Sri Guru and Varanga, all glorious to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Vasaya Vasaya Shamati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namani Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pachari Nay Nevasesha Sanyamadi Pastichari Shatani. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Madhupati Prabhu, the devotees of ISKCON Central New Jersey, for facilitating, hosting, and bringing spirit souls into the family of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement, into the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, taking shelter in the line of Srila Prabhupada. So we'd like to hand over now for a few minutes to Madhupati Prabhu, who will take us through the preliminary Achaman purificatory program. After that, at that time, we should say, Gayatri Mataji will have her neck beads changed, changing of the neck beads. Garland is already on. And that can take place, I guess, either, it can be after the Achaman, if you wish. After Achaman. We're going to do Achaman now.
You gave her a new neck bead, so Friday.
No, they should still be changed at initiation. That was a year ago, as far as I know. Yeah, initiation neck beads are changed. You want to do the Achaman first. Listen, everybody. Listen carefully in case we... Subal, you're the one who has to listen. We'll do the neck bead changing after the Achaman. Okay? Yeah. Now will be the Achaman.
Hare Krishna. So we will chant this mantra. Om Apavitra Pavitrava.
Om Apavitra Pavitrava.
Sarvavastha Gato Piva.
Sarvavastam Gato Apiva.
Yasmaret Pundari Kaksha.
Yasmaret Pundari Kaksham.
Sabhayantara Sutihi.
Sabhayantara Suchihi.
With your right hand, take 3 drops. In the left hand, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. And same way, with your left hand, take 3 drops. In the right hand, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Om Apavitra Pavitrava Sarvavastha Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundari Kaksha Sabhayantara Ruchihi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Then take 3 drops in the right hand.
What do you do with
Om
them?
Keshavahe Namaha. Om Keshavahe Namaha. Om Keshavahe Namaha. And sip it. Then again. Om Apavitra Pavitrava Sarvavasta Gato Piva Yasmare
Pundarikaksham
Pundarikaksha
Sabayabhyantara
Sabayantara
Shruti
Shruti Shri Vishnu Shri
Sri Vishnu
Vishnu Shri
Sri
Vishnu
Vishnu
Om Narayan Namaha
Om
Om
Narayana
Narayana
Namaha
Namaha Om Narayana Namaha Om Apavitra Pavitrava
Vitrova Sarvavastam
Sarvavasta
Shiva
Katopiva
Lakshmaret
Yasmare
Pundarikaksham
Pundarikaksha Sabayantara
Sabayabhyantara
Shruti
Shruti
Shri Vishnu Shri
Sri
Vishnu
Vishnu
Shri
Sri
Vishnu.
Vishnu Sri Vishnu
Take 3 drops. Om Madhavaya Namaha Om Madhavaya Namaha Om Madhavaya Namaha
Narayana Namaha.
Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Now we will change the
Change the
neck
neck
beads.
beads. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare.
Rama
Now
Hare
she's becoming a pedigree dog. They say the neck beads are it's like becoming a dog of the spiritual master. So when we
Yes.
take on initiation, like you become a pedigree. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Whoever
Rama
you have
Rama
zipper
Hare
there.
Hare. Go on. Sit in a
Hare
chair for you.
Krishna,
That's awesome.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Later,
Rama Hare
later.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
So now we'll have a little reading.
Yeah.
The books can be done later. They're still in the yogi itself. In relationship with initiation, very important stage in our lives, a necessary stage on the path of bhakti. We've already begun devotional service, but in order for our devotional creeper to fully blossom, the stage of Guru Padashraya leading to initiation is a necessary stage. The perfection of devotional service does not depend upon our own endeavor. It depends upon the mercy of Krishna. The mercy of Krishna manifests in the form of his representative, the line of disciplic succession. And it's essential to connect officially in the heart with that line of disciplic succession. Today's ceremony is a confirmation, a dedication to that line. So this evening I would like to read from if the book is nearby, you can bring that book which I put in my bag. It's called Chaitanya Charitamrita. And if you can repeat after me. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura.
And we read a series of verses. I mentioned last night that I believe this is supposed to be World Week, that was supposed to be Shravanam, World Shravanam Week. I don't know if it still is, but it used to be. And it's always good to hear from Srila Prabhupada's writings. Of course, these are the writings of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the Chaitanya Charitamrita, about the life, pastimes, and teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And I'm going to take this up from the Madhya Lila. There's a series of verses which are related to the chanting of the holy name. Today's initiation ceremony, of course, is Namadiksha. There are two in our ISKCON, in our modern Gaudiya Vaishnava line, at least, since Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj's time. There are officially two dikshas which are performed. One is the Nam Diksha, the other is the Mantra Diksha. Today is the Nam Diksha. That means officially we're surrendering to the holy name, taking shelter of the holy name in the process of worshipping the holy name, and taking shelter of the representative of the holy name who is connecting us in that line. So these verses are very interesting because, just to let you know, when it says official initiation within these verses, it refers to mantra diksha. Traditionally, initiation means mantra diksha, which is basically the Gayatri mantra, the second or Brahminical initiation. There's no other official initiation in this line as such. Where Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj has officially introduced the Nam Diksha for the sake of, well, let's say, facilitating the mission of Lord Chaitanya, helping living entities, jivas, fallen jivas in this age, particularly, to dedicate themselves to the process of Nam Seva, or spirit, practicing the chanting of the holy service of the holy name. So we'll read from text 103 from the 15th chapter of the Madhya Lila, if you want to follow. And this is every year in Jagannath Puri at this time. Lord Chaitanya happened to be present there. He would attend the Rath Yatra festival, and devotees would come from various places, particularly from Bengal, to be present there in Puri during the Rath Yatra. And there were residents from a town called Kulina Gram. Many devotees from that town came, and one of them was named Satyaraj Khan. And he would regularly ask Lord Chaitanya questions every year, practically. Many times the same question, just to make sure that we get the right answer. Satyaraj Khan asked Lord Chaitanya, "My dear Lord, being a householder," that's referring to himself, Lord Chaitanya was a sannyasi at that time, but Satyaraj Khan said, my dear Lord, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders." So he's requesting the Lord to please accept him and give him instructions. Lord Chaitanya replied, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. Upon hearing this, Satyaraj Khan said, before we do that, I'll ask you, what did Lord Chaitanya say? How did he answer Satyaraj Khan? What did he say? Who knows? Keep on chanting. Without cessation, keep on chanting. And whenever possible, if you have time, whenever possible, you serve the Vaishnavas and the Lord in this way. So that's simple instruction, same instruction recurring throughout the Chaitanya Charitamrita, these two processes, serving the devotees and chanting the holy names. The same instruction was given by Lord Chaitanya to Vasudeva Vipra, who requested the Lord, my Lord, how will I become free of pride? It's a long story. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the same thing, just continually chant the holy name and serve the devotees. This is a very important point. And the Lord, upon hearing this, then Satyaraj Khan said, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know what a Vaishnava is. What are his common symptoms? And Lord Chaitanya said, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. You only have to chant once. Is that all there is to it? Finished. Maybe if your one chanting is absolutely pure, but that's highly unlikely. The next verse, simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all the reactions of a sinful life. That's one stage. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. Everything is there in the holy name of Krishna. Not to say we shouldn't perform the other limbs of devotional service, but not at the cost of chanting the holy name. They should facilitate the chanting, not eclipse it. Sometimes we get carried away with other processes and forget to chant the holy name of Krishna. And then there's a very famous verse, this is often spoken at the initiation ceremony. Diksha Purascharya Vidhi Apeksha Nakare Jiva Sparsheya Chandala Sabari Udari. One does not have to undergo initiation to execute the activities the activities required before initiation. I'll read it again. One does not have to undergo initiation or execute the activities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with the lips. Thus, even a man in the lowest class can be delivered. There's a very, very long purport describing this statement. And as I mentioned earlier, this is particularly referring to mantra diction, the Brahmin initiation. What is, in short, what's being said here is you do not need Brahminical initiation to go back to Godhead. You simply have to chant Hare Krishna. But simply chanting Hare Krishna is simple, but there are a few other points involved, required, let's say, in order to go back to Godhead. Certainly one can become freed of sinful reactions, but that's not the ultimate goal of life. You may also be able to go to the heavenly planets, but that's also not the goal of life. You may also be liberated, but that's also not the goal of life. They're all stages. Or a person may desire material returns from chanting. You may get those, but that's not the goal. It's certainly not the goal of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, that's for sure. Lord Chaitanya did not deliver or come to deliver persons to Brahman or to the Brahmajyoti. He didn't bring the Sankirtan movement into this world for that purpose. What to speak of going to heaven or attaining mystic powers or material comforts. That wasn't why Lord Chaitanya came. He came. Why did he came? I think you answered that on Sunday. Prema Pramartha Mahan. He came to give the highest form of love of God. Not even the worship of Vaikuntha. By the way, that's also devotional service. But that wasn't what Lord Chaitanya came to deliver. He came to deliver something extraordinarily rare, which was never delivered by other forms of Godhead before, practically. This pure love of Godhead, and particularly through the Sankirtan movement. And it doesn't depend upon an official initiation, means Brahmin initiation. But it does depend upon taking shelter of the devotees and the holy name. That is there. Brahminical initiation can be very valuable if it assists us in awakening our love of God. And that's another topic which we will not discuss tonight. There's a very long purport to this verse with Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, other acharyas, their comments on this verse are mentioned. I think someone's chanting. I can hear some chanting in the background. I guess it's okay. Stop, just stop. Jai Gonitai. There's only one problem with this schedule. The deities won't be open when Mataji takes their vows. Did they open again tonight or not? Yeah, it's a bit late, isn't it? There's nothing you can do about that, I'm afraid. They have to dress the deities now. What to do? We have a picture of the deities. The deity is here also. The Lord is also here. Many pictures of them. Time, place, and circumstance. We'll carry on. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, Chaitanya says, one dissolves his entanglement in material activity. One of the challenges, isn't it? When we start chanting Hare Krishna, usually we lose our taste for material activity. We've always start to follow principles which are a little bit, opposite the material idea of life. No intoxicants and all those things. And, they're not interested in watching television. They're not interested in going to the cinema or all kinds of recreations that people live by. Their interests change. The devotee becomes interested in hearing and chanting about Krishna and loses their attraction for all kinds of material pursuits as their love for Krishna awakens. The holy name of Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly, liberal people. It is the annihilator of all sinful reactions and is so powerful that, save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man, the Chandala. The holy name of Krishna is the controller of the opulence of liberation, and it is identical with Krishna. This is a preliminary, a preliminary understanding which is required for those who want to advance in chanting the holy name, is that the name is non-different. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Krishna has invested all of his, we've got one already. Now we have two. Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. All of his potencies in the holy name. He's fully present in the name and Krishna are non-different. Vinatvan Namanamino. There's no difference between Krishna. He's the, and Nami, and Nam is the name. There's no real difference. He's fully present in the sound vibration. Whether we're fully present is another thing. We may be somewhere else. Covered over, we're not feeling that presence of the Lord. But at least this understanding should be there, that Krishna is non-different. He is his holy name. Sometimes we say the name of Krishna. That's not wrong exactly. But the full understanding is that the name is Krishna. It is Krishna. It's unlike in the material world where the names are relative. This is absolute. This is absolute. Relative means it's related to us. Just like we have a name, but we're not the name exactly. It's just an address, a label which we have for identification. The spiritual name we have is a little different. Particularly the name Das or Dasi, that is constitutional, you could say. That's an actual constitution to serve. When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, all kinds of things are going on here. What's happening? Oh, Gornitai arrived. And I don't know who else has arrived. Someone else has arrived. Okay. There's a new altar. We're going to have an installation ceremony now. Before the initiation, we'll have to have an installation. Oh my word, look at this. There's not enough room on that table. You'll have to set up another table here. I think we have to have another table here.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, the full altar has arrived. The deities have come off the altar for the initiation ceremony.
That should be flat.
When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, immediate effects are produced. Chanting the holy name does not depend on initiation. Again, well, it doesn't. It doesn't depend even on today's initiation. You can chant without, but to go back to Godhead, we have to depend on the mercy of Krishna. That means we have to act in a way that Krishna will be very attracted and pleased. So part of that is to make this surrender is a stage of surrender. Without, as they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So this is a stage of surrender. It doesn't depend on initiation. It doesn't depend on pious activity or the Purushacharya, regulated principles generally observed before initiation. Well, those are doing that anyway. These various pondra and tapa and puja and nam, diksha, and all these things are there. Automatically, devotees mark their bodies with tilak, they wear neck beads, they chant the holy name of Krishna, they perform various tapasyas, and so on. Whether initiated or not, this is a preliminary in our movement. It's a foundational preliminary to help purify us, so that we can chant the holy name purely without the mind, the disturbances, and so on, freeing us of various entanglements in this world. The holy name does not wait for any of these activities, it is self-sufficient. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then finally advised, one who is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava. Therefore, you should offer all respects to him. We bear this in mind, but Prabhupada writes in the purport, in his Upadeshamrita, Nectar of Instruction, Srila Rupa Goswami states, Krishneti yasya giritang manasadhyeta dikshasti chet panatibis cha bhajantamisham. An advanced devotee should respect a person who has been initiated by a bona fide spiritual master and who is situated on the transcendental platform. Chanting the holy name with faith. Chanting the holy name with faith. I'm not sure if I've read this rightly. And obeisances, I'm not sure. And following the instructions of the spiritual master. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur comments that serving Vaishnavas is most important for householders. Whether a Vaishnava is properly initiated or not is not a subject for consideration. One may be initiated and yet contaminated by the Mayavad philosophy, but a person who chants the holy name of the Lord offenselessly will not be so contaminated. A properly initiated Vaishnava may be imperfect, but one who chants the holy name of the Lord offenselessly is all perfect. Although he may apparently be a neophyte, he still has to be considered a pure, unalloyed Vaishnava. It is the duty of the householder to offer respect to such an unalloyed Vaishnava. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. So on our path of devotional service, it's nice we start to chant Hare Krishna. We still have various material attachments and various other misunderstandings or whatever, anarthas, unwanted desires. But the process is to gradually to purify ourselves. We want to come to the pure platform. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu states in the Sikshastakam prayers that he has no taste for chanting the holy name. And although we don't normally hear that directly, Srila Prabhupada translates the verse himself in the last chapter of this volume, not this volume, but of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. He has no attachment or taste for chanting the holy name because of offenses. So in the process of devotion service, one of the keys of taking initiation, generally speaking, of course we're in different situations are there, but in normal terms, initiation is the beginning of one's bhajana kriya, or one's practical devotional service. Before that, there is parascharya, some preliminary activities. But in our movement, basically, we're starting with those preliminary activities before first initiation. We just continue with the same process. But that, in one sense, is a preparation for Diksha initiation, if one goes that way. It's not necessary, but if one does. So, within the realm of that practicing devotional service, usually we're a little unsteady, anishtita, up and down. Usually, we're not always so enthusiastic. So the taking of initiation is the vow of confirmation that as of then, of initiation at least, we'll be steady in our practices. It's a vow, it's a commitment, at least Namdiksha, that we will chant the holy name a certain number of times, follow certain principles, and cultivate pure chanting of the holy name. Pure chanting is without any offense. There's namaparad chanting, which is offensive. We still have all kinds of material motivations, conceptions, desires, and so on. And maybe even material activity going on, gross material activity. And then there's now that stage where we recognize the need for purification. So we undergo the process of trying to purify our chanting. So it becomes shuddhanam, pure chanting, or offenseless, without any aparadha. Aparadha is offense. So generally initiation, you see, we'll just run through now the 10 offenses, because as this purport mentions, that we should come to that platform of offenseless chanting. That's the idea. The offenseless chanting of the holy name is the true beginning of pure devotional service, of the awakening of love of God. As long as our chanting is not offenseless, there's no question of actually awakening love of God. It's maybe we're on the way, but it hasn't woken up, hasn't really manifested in one sense. But we're following a pure devotee of the Lord. So all the devotees who are following a pure devotee of the Lord are in the bracket, you could say, although we may not ourselves, let's say, be approaching the holy name with a completely purified heart. But we're situated in the platform of pure devotional service, and if we stay on that platform, then our consciousness will become purified. Sticking to the instructions of the spiritual master, Guru Shastra and Sadhu, then gradually, by the grace of Krishna, our consciousness will be purified. So at least we make the effort on our own part, conscious endeavor, to try to avoid the 10 offenses. So we'll go through those 10 offenses. The first offense against the chanting of the holy name, who knows the first offense against the chanting? Yeah. This is a great obstacle on the path. If we're hearing blasphemy or we have a tendency to criticize devotees, it may be there. We're coming from a conditioned background of various kinds. But we should recognize this as a great obstacle, an aparad, displeasing to Krishna. There's many opportunities in this world to get entangled in this particular activity, but anyone who's read Prabhupada's books knows that the nature of a Vaishnava, he's free to the propensity to criticize others. So we don't want to hear those criticisms or blasphemies of anyone, but particularly serious as those who are pure devotees, or those who are following a pure devotee of the Lord. Even if there are faults there, we may, in a positive way, try to help each other to overcome the thoughts, but not in the mood of criticism, envy, or blasphemy. This is practically the most, say, dangerous of all the offenses. The second offense, have you studied the Bhakti Shastri? Where did that come from? Was that Krishna Nam? Yes. Well, you were very good. But does anyone else know? If anyone else knows, I'll ask you the third one in a minute. Yeah. Well, the second one is practically speaking Mayavad philosophy, which is only too common in this world today. All the gods are one. In India, that's a common kind of understanding. All the gods are one. There's no difference, right? They're all the same. They're all one. You can worship anyone you like, whoever you take a fancy to. Huh? No? Yes?
No.
Yes?
Prabhupada said, put a food. Can you put your food in the ear? Can you put in the mouth? No, you can't.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, but they're all one. They're all the same. Oh, there's no God. I'm God. The Guru's God. Well, the Guru can be worshipped like God, but that doesn't make him God. He's a representative of God. The servitor God. He's not the served God. He's the servitor God. There's a simultaneous one and different. So one of the primary factors which any Gaudiya Vaishnava needs to at least be aware of is the philosophy of Lord Chaitanya, the Chinchya Beda Beda Tattva. Yes, everything comes from God. In that sense, everything is the same as God, but it's different. It's the energy of God, the energy of Krishna. So everything is simultaneously one, but different from the Lord. Same in quality, but not in quantity. We have the same, only not entirely even there, but whatever qualities we have, they're in God. Our real qualities are spiritual qualities. They're just covered by ignorance. But the spiritual qualities of the soul are the same as those of the Supreme Lord, except that he has more and unlimited quantity. Our quantity is very small. So there's a simultaneous one and difference. What's the third offense? Somebody else besides the Krishna Nam or Madhupati, anyone else?
Disobeying the spiritual master. Guru Avagya.
Yeah, Guru Avagya. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master or consider him a common man. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. Either the Guru is representing his Guru or he's not. If he's not representing, then he's not a Guru. And if he's representing his spiritual master, then if you disobey his instructions, you're disobeying his spiritual master in the line of parampara, which goes right back to Krishna, which means we're disobeying Krishna, the very root of our being in this world in the first place, you could say. So like that, it's obvious that we should follow the orders of the spiritual master if we want to advance in spiritual life. Spiritual master in general may not be the one who gives you direct instructions. It's usually a representative or a devotee in responsible position in the area that we're in. Just like here in central New Jersey, you have senior devotees here guiding you, or guiding any of us, Madhupati Prabhu, Krishnanam, Devaki, and other devotees here, Singeshwar, and others who have devotees whom they're guiding in Krishna consciousness. We take guidance there. It's the same principle of following the order of the spiritual master. We don't go to the initiating spiritual master for most of our instructions. And there should be no contradiction as such between the order of the spiritual master and, say, the order of one's local guide, one's local authority. First one goes to one's local authority and takes guidance there and serves in that situation. And what's the fourth offense? Blaspheme. Pardon?
Blaspheme the Vedic
Blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. These offenses are found in the Padma Purana in their original form. And of course, they're found in many other places consequently. And to blaspheme the Vedic literatures or literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. These are the words of the Lord's pure devotees. So if we're blaspheming them, we're blaspheming the Lord. We may not understand them, but that doesn't mean we should be critical of them. We may not be on that level of maturity to understand, for instance, literatures in regards to Raganuga Bhakti. But we certainly should be very careful to avoid any form of criticism of such literatures, or literatures which are for even more neophytes than we are. The same thing in education. There are books for children at 5 years old, 10 years old, 15, 20, 25. You may not be able to understand at 5 years old the books for the 15-year-old, but they're all important stages of devotional service. They're all equally important in their own right, so they should all be respected. Fifth offense. Who said that? Hey, you're supposed to be humble. Yeah. You're supposed to allow the other devotees to speak. What about some of the other devotees besides some of the more...
Imagine the glories of chanting Hare Krishna as imagination.
To consider the...
Consider the glories of chanting
Glories,
Hare
thank
Krishna
you.
as imagination.
Yeah, oftentimes the devotees say they consider the chanting as imagination. That's pretty far-fetched to consider the chanting as imagination, since it's going on right in front of us. But to consider the glories of chanting imagination is the... In other words, people don't agree or accept what they hear about the effects, just like we've heard one of them. One can be relieved of all sinful reaction by simply chanting once the holy name. So we're not going into details of each and every one, or even that one. But Prabhupada says, himself discusses this in Nectar of Devotion, that may not always be seen, because circumstances are varying. But that doesn't mean that, for instance, if our chanting is very offensive, you may not get the mentioned effects of chanting Hare Krishna, a feeling of ecstasy or whatever it may be. But that doesn't mean that in another situation, that ecstatic feelings are not available. They are. They're experienced by a devotee who's chanting purely, or one who receives special mercy, etc. So it's not our business to let's say, consider them as imagination. They are not always, Prabhupada said, they may not always be visible in every situation, but they are there. What's the sixth offense?
To commit sins on the strength of the holy name.
Not quite right. Somebody else? What about one of the ladies over here? Sixth offense against the holy name. Some of you are initiated, you should know.
To give some interpretation to the holy name.
Yeah, to give some interpretation, or to make one's own interpretation. We accept what the Shastras, Guru Shastra and Sadhu explain, the meaning of the holy name, Krishna. Seventh offense? Pardon? Somebody? Seventh offense?
To commit offenses on the strength of the holy name.
Yeah, to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. Like, people commit some sin and then they go to the church or temple and pray for forgiveness and then go and do the same thing again. We may have a tendency for sinful activity, so we should be praying to the Lord to please give me the strength to avoid, not just to relieve me of the reaction from it, but to become free of that tendency to commit sinful activity. Offensive chanting may free us from the reaction, but it doesn't necessarily free us from the tendency to commit again and again. If we're sincerely trying to chant the holy name, that sincere desire will arise within us and will appeal to the Lord in that humble way. Eighth offense. Yeah, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, to be like one of the ritualistic karmakanda, like karmakanda, ritualistic pious activities mentioned in the Vedas. It's not. If you have that mentality, that's what we'll get. But it's not. The chanting of the holy name is descending from the spiritual realm. It's Paraka Brahma Maha Mantra. It's to deliver us not just from the material world, but to awaken our love and relationship with Krishna. Other mantras, very few. There are others also, but the Karma Kanda mantras do not do that. They're not like that at all. They just help to achieve fruitive results. And the jnana, in the path of jnana, you may get realized liberation. But the Maha Mantra can give that also. Everything's there. The fruit of chanting Hare Krishna is not to gain these other objectives. It is Prema Pamartha Maha, pure love of God. Golokara Prema Dana Hari Nam Sang. It's descended from the Goloka Vrindavan. It's not a mundane. It's not even, to gain liberation. It's to awaken love of God. It's a different category altogether. Eternal mantra. Other mantras, Karma Kanda mantras, are not eternal. They're in the realm of Namitika. They're for temporary purposes. And the Maha Mantra is the source of all sound vibration, you could say. And it's eternal. It doesn't stop. The means and the end, sadhana and sajja, are one and the same when it comes to bhakti. It's just a matter of purification of our approach, our relationship with the Holy Name. Ninth offense. Oh, wonderful. Something came from that side of the room at last. Yes. To the faithful? Oh, faithless. To preach the glories of the Holy Name to the faithless. We chant, we try to get everyone to chant. That's what we're meant to do, even though they're faithless. This will help them to become faithful. But we don't talk about the glories of the Holy Name, which the esoteric aspects. We just give something simple, try to get them to chant. Later on, if they become a little faithful, then we can, if we ourselves are able, we can talk a little bit about the glories of the Holy Name. That's the recommendation. Prabhupada made it quite simple. He said, we don't give the initiation to those who are not qualified. Prabhupada described this offense. Elsewhere, we see other acharyas, they also add on. We know some people sell the Holy Name, they sell mantras. This is offensive, very offensive. Don't sell. The Holy Name is not a commodity. It's Krishna himself. 10th offense?
To be inattentive.
10th offense?
To not have
Over here, on the benches, on the chairs.
To not have complete faith.
Yeah, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the Holy Name and to maintain material attachments, even after hearing or understanding so many instructions on this matter. Very common, we have material attachments, I think. We may not have complete faith. At least we recognize that. And there's a process to follow. Constant chanting, for instance, or chanting in the association of devotees, and various other factors are involved. And the association we hold is very important to help clarify us of material attachments, prayer, different things. And the regular adherence to the principles and the practice of Vaishnava, seva and devotional service. And it's also an offense to be inattentive, which is in many ways our key endeavor is to try to hear the Holy Name attentively. It's not easy. The mind wanders all over the world very easily. But we try our best to hear the Holy Name. We've been discussing that a little bit the last 5 days, 6 days, whatever. To be attentive, to try to hear the sound of the Holy Name. That's the most. Because if we're attentive to chanting the Holy Name, you can't commit the other offenses. At least while you're chanting. And that will have a powerful effect on releasing us from this tendency to commit offense. By trying to be attentive to hear the Holy Name. The Holy Name will then clear our hearts of all these anarthas, the tendency to commit offenses while chanting. So we'll leave it off there, and we'll move on with the program because it's an evening program and we have to move on with our daily duties in life. And we're going to move on now, I think, to the Namakarana section of tonight's ceremony. Wonderful event where we devotees not just invite, but is brought officially into the family of the Arya Parampara, into the ISKCON family, specific branch of Arya Parampara, here in central New Jersey on the 30th of September 2025. Time flies. 2025. In front of Srila Prabhupada, the devotees and the expansions of their lordships on the altar. Of course, they're behind the curtain, so they're also witnessing. We may not be able to see them with our mundane eyes. Great event. So we would like to request Gayatri Mataji, if you're able to, please come in this way, in this order if you can, to offer your obeisances. You can help her. Offer her obeisances here, facing that way. Sure. I don't think she quite understand that. And then you chant the pranams. You don't have to chant it loud. Just chant it. Everyone else can chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And then after she's done that, Subal, you may have to help her. She's going to stay here for quite a long time by the looks of it. Gayatri, are you there? Hare Krishna. Now you can offer your obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. Carefully, if you can help her, if she needs to get up. Stay with her. Go with her to Prabhupada's Vyasasana and help her to offer obeisances. And then come back and offer your obeisance in front of the presiding deities of central New Jersey. And then come back and sit here. You should bow down. If it's too much, never mind. Maybe your legs don't allow it, I don't know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Just so we get ready for the next stage, we'll need 4 devotees to read on the 4 corners. Have they been chosen already? Choose 4 devotees, 1 on that corner, 1 on that corner, 1 on that corner, 1 behind me. And we would like to have a little kirtan going on during the fire ceremony. A nice little kirtan, sweet kirtan. 2 or 3 devotees to do a sweet kirtan. And then you offer your obeisances here in front of the extension or expansions of the Lord. And that will start when the fire yoga starts, but get them ready now. And don't waste time. And we'll ask somebody, maybe Krishna Nam. Where's Krishna Nam? Krishna Nam, are you here? He seems to have disappeared off the scene. Maybe you'll have to speak a few words on behalf of Gayatri Mataji, some of us. And then, Haribol. If it's okay, if Gayatri, you can sit there for a few minutes. You can put the mat, sit on the mat. Sit on the mat. You. A little bit back, put the mat back, and sit on the mat. Yeah, you're going to sit like that, it's fine. A few words only. Who's going to speak? Give it to Madhupati.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, it's my good fortune to have known Gayatri Mataji for some time. In fact, she's my immediate neighbor. Right on the street where I live, is the corner. And And she's so dedicated, and at all time, she's always thinking of the deities. That definitely during the weekend, during the festivals, even if it's on a weekday, she will come to the temple, bring flowers from her garden for the deities, and serve the deities, hear Bhagavatam class, lead Guru Puja, Kirtan. So she's always serving from that aspect. I hear from Krishnananda that she always, every day in the morning, she joins the Zoom online session.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Yes, we were waiting for you.
What time is that session?
3 a.m. the chanting starts.
What time?
3 to 6 a.m.
3 a.m. My goodness.
3
I'm just going to bed at 3 a.m.
So 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. she's chanting, and then she attends a class of Krishnananda.
Wow.
Bhagavatam class. And I remember when the Guru Maharaj comes to stay at my place for worshipping Krishna Balaram, even after giving some flowers for them to offer, Maharaj will go outside to pick up flowers from different places. And he will pick up flowers from her place. And just like the gopis saying, why Krishna did not come today to pick up the butter? Gayatri Mataji would say, Maharaj did not come today to pick up the flowers for Krishna Balaram. And though, that's so the service attitude to Vaishnavas, to sadhus, to the deities. So we are very, very fortunate that on this day she is taking this step to be the Brahma Mother, Gaudiyas of Brother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And at a very senior age, I'd like to say. Senior age.
Yes.
It's amazing when, young people come and go, but when devotees come at a senior age, it means lifetime really commitment, isn't it? Real dedication. Krishnanand's going to say a few more words, different to what Madhupati said. Please. Don't say the same thing.
Yeah, she's been, I think, practicing for at least 7 8 years plus. So she never missed a class, she never missed a japa in the morning. So evening class also, she's always there.
That's steady.
7 to 8 p.m. we have Gita class. She's always there. Weekly class also she's there. She never missed. She's always, whenever she comes here to temple, she's always brings flowers, fruits, something or other. And she always donated, even though she's not in the capacity, but she tried to serve using their body, mind, senses pretty much.
That's all we need.
Problems in the family, but she went through all that very strongly and determined to execute devotional service.
Wonderful.
So I'm grateful for our association here, inspiring others as an example.
Well, that's the path of when our bhajana kriya becomes nishta bhajana kriya, steady devotional service. That's how the anarthas are removed. The stage of bhajana kriya, when it transforms more and more into nishta bhajana kriya, then the eradication of anarthas, coming to the stage of pure nishta, anartha nivritti stage, proceeds. As long as we're unsteady, it's really slow and it doesn't seem to ever end. But just becoming steady like that is really the process of eradication of these unwanted desires within our consciousness, etc. That's very wonderful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And the other aspect is to give what we can. We've all got something different. We all have different qualities, different capacities. We just do what we can. We don't imitate others. We just offer whatever we've got to offer. It belongs to Krishna. We try to utilize it for his service. Very nice. So, Mother Gayatri, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you may need, I don't know if you need someone with you, or whether you can say it in happy confidence. I'm not going to ask. What is it? Oh, Devaki wants to say something. It's not over yet. Sorry, you can sit down for a minute, but there's one more thing to
Just
do.
want to share when we bought this temple, we were thinking we'll go around in the property in the town to invite people. And I remember knocking on her door first.
You knocked on her door.
Knocking on her door that we're here, Krishna's here, temple is here, please come. And I immediately felt there is somebody who was like waiting for years that Krishna is going to come, Krishna is going to come, Krishna is going to come.
All right.
I felt that heartfelt feeling in her invitation to all of us. Okay, you're here, I was waiting. And I still remember her face. This is almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I'm here to appreciate that now she's
Amazing, yeah?
formally coming.
So before that, she was not a part of your community?
No.
No?
Not before we moved here.
Only when you moved here, then she happened to be living here.
Correct.
There's not many Indian people who were living here then.
Correct.
Very few in this area at that time, 10 years ago.
He's from Guyana.
Guyana, yeah. But still from Indian roots. Indian roots.
And I'm also feeling that our temple is in Plainfield Township.
Yeah.
And I think, nobody can correct me, I think she's the only one initiated devotee now will be in Plainfield Township after we moved to the Madhupati is in Plainfield
Yeah, well,
Township.
she was here before, during, and after, the whole stages. Still here.
Right. Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Hare
so very
Krishna.
much, Gayatri Mataji, for coming forward.
Jai. All the blessings of the Vaishnavas are so important for our devotional service. So I'm sure everyone will give their blessings to Mother Gayatri. Now we have to give the initiation. So sorry about that. There's one more thing. I'm not going to. Yeah, you can sit there, and for everyone's benefit. Now, I'm not asking you, are you following these? But can you tell us all what the 4 regulated principles that Vaishnavas follow? I'm not saying I'm not saying to you, are you following? I'm saying, can you tell us what they are so we know?
I enjoy coming here because I respect them and they respect me too.
The devotees.
Yes.
Yeah. What are the 4 regulated principles that we follow?
Maharaj was asking no one and no meeting, those principles. 4 regulative principles we discussed many times. What is not to be done?
Give a clue. Give a clue.
What is not to be done?
We want you to tell us. We're not asking you if you're following. We know you're following. Vaishnavas, what are the 4 principles that we follow? We don't take any intoxications, do we?
Okay.
No, we don't.
Yeah, those 4 things I want to say.
No intoxication, no gambling.
No gambling.
Yeah, no
You don't gamble anymore, no. No gambling.
and no illicit.
No, it's
Got it?
perfect. Not that Mother Gayatri she doesn't go to the gambling casino, does she? Not down the pub. It's like embarrassing almost, isn't it? Anyway, for everyone's benefit, it's good to remember. It's a Vaishnava standard. It's quite revolutionary for this West. And how many rounds of chanting daily?
16 at least.
at least 16 rounds. And put on your, you can chant on your beads, I think. You don't have any reason why not to. Sometimes you're working people, I know, I've seen it. And sometimes you have babies in your arms all day long. And it's not always so easy to chant on the beads. We try everything we can to chant the rounds on our beads. But sometimes I've seen devotees use other methods of chanting or regulating their chanting. Try to always chant them on the beads if you can. Is that okay? So, with the blessings of all the Vaishnavas, we're happy on behalf of Srila Prabhupada to officially initiate you into his great family, ISKCON, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Yeah, if you can just kind of kneel down here for a few, just for not even 30 seconds. Yeah, not even for 30 seconds. After I've given the name and she's received the beads, she should put the beads on the table and then pay her obeisances, okay? And she can sit back on it. Are we ready? Is there someone on the drum? Is there a photo? The cameras are there, I think. Normally we give a name beginning with the same letter as your present name. Gayatri. It's possible to give a name which is added on. Sometimes Prabhupada would do that. But I've chosen a slightly different name. Is that okay?
Yes,
Don't mind. Devotees may still call you Gayatri, like that, but it's better they call you by the initiated name, which has the extra name Dasi. You know Dasi?
Yes.
Dasi means servant. Huh? Devi Dasi. You're married, so Devi Dasi. So your name is Gopali Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Gopali. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. You can place the beads there. Huh? Just once more, pay obeisance. Hare Krishna. Gopali is like a Gopala and Gopali. So she's a protector of the cows. So maybe you'll have some cows here in the future, I don't know. You plan to have any cows in the garden? Yeah? Planning. There you are. So you have a bead bag? She had a bead bag earlier. You can put them in the new bead bag. Here you go. And put them around your neck. Look after the beads as best you can. Prabhupada said they're a lifeline back to God. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So now we'll proceed with the fire ceremony. During the ceremony, with a little gentle kirtan, which Madhupati Prabhu will tell you to go up and down if necessary. You can sit down. Yeah. Someone can arrange, I don't know if it's necessary to help her with the samagri. Is it easy accessible? Madhupati Prabhu will explain what to do carefully, I think. He'll explain how to do the offering. I'm going to move forward a little bit. Is it possible? I will not be able to reach the fire from here. Yeah, I think so. It's heavy.
So we are going to the four directions where devotees have the custom. They can start ready now. We are going to invoke the fire. After invoking the fire, purifying particles, whenever I chant a mantra, and I say Swaha, with the ring finger and the thumb, take see of this and put it in the fire. And then you have the banana part later on. Yeah.
Are we all ready? You shown her how to hold the grains a little bit?
Yeah, with the ring finger.
Good. To look, kirtan is going to be there. Who's the kirtaniya?
Kirtan will go on.
Gentle kirtan. Ishan is there. One or two
Reading of the
devotees.
Shastra can also be.
Reading can begin now on the four corners. We have 4 readers on 4 corners?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So just reading a little, not very loud, but loud enough to be heard by yourself at least.
The altar is going to open.
So a gentle kirtan can begin. Somebody else can join Ishan in the kirtan. Is there anyone else free? Anyone like to read the Shastra? We can replace one of the Shastra devotees. Nobody. Anyone like to read Shastra? I know, but there's no one on the kirtan, so I'm trying to find a kirtaniya. We have 2 devotees on the Shastras who would join the kirtan party if they were free from reading Shastra. But they're tied up right now.
Okay. We can do some soft kirtan.
Start the kirtan, Ishan. Nice, gentle kirtan. We need 2 or 3 devotees with the kirtan party. Join the kirtan. Kirtan over there. We're having a kirtan over there. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Bhakti-vinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radhe Shyam. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, mic. Take this mic over there if you want. Yeah, but it'd be difficult to do it with. You need two hands, you know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Om Ajnana Timirandasya Janananda Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Swaha Swaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Tapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Swaha Swaha Vandeham Sriguru Sriyuta Padakamalam Srigurun Vaishnavamscha Srirupam Sarvajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishnapadan Sahagana Lalita Vishakhanvitamscha Swaha 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 Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnaprestaya Bhutale Srimati Janananda Swami Iti Namine Swaha Swaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishnaprestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Swaha 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 Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Eshakarine Swaha Swaha Swaha. Nama Om. Krishna Prasthaya. Bhutale. Srimate. Bhakti Siddhanta. Saraswati. Iti namine. Swaha. 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 Shiva Sabhanavi Devi. Daitaya. Vipabdaye. Krishna Sambandha. Vijnana. Jayane. Prabhave Namaha. Swaha. 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 Madhuryochvala. Premaja. Virupanuga. Bhaktida. Vigora. Karuna Shakti. Vigrahaya. Namaste. Swaha. 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 Namaste. Gauravani. Simurtaye. Simurtaye. Dinatarine. Rupanuga. Viruda. Apasiddhanta. Vanta. Arine. Swaha. 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 Namo Gaurakishoraya. Sakshat Vairagya. Murtaye. Vipalamba. Vasambode. Rambujaya. Te Namaha. Swaha. 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya. Satchidananda. She may be running out of samagri. Check and see. She may be running out. She. Rupaya. Rupanuga. Gayatri. Gayatri. Swaha. 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 Gaurvibhava. Bhumeshvam. Nideshta. Sajjanapriyaha. Vaishnava. Sarvabhauma. Sri Jagannathaya. Te Namaha.
Swaha.
Swaha.
Swaha. Vancha kalpa karubhayascha kripa sindhubhaya evacha patitanam pavanebhayo vaishnavebhayo namo namaha. Swaha. 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 Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Sadayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Swaha. 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 तत्वात्मकं कृष्ण भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा
What happened? Lost your mantras.
हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु
Sindhu.
दीनबंधु
Deenabandhu.
जगतपते
Jai.
गोपेश
Gopesha.
गोपिका कांत
Gopikakanta.
राधा कांत
Radhakanta.
नमस्तुते
Namaste.
स्वाहा
Swaha.
स्वाहा स्वाहा yeah that's another word.
Must be there somewhere. Let's see. That's not the end of it.
No, that is that. It's not in there. I think that page is probably you can bring it back.
And the songbook. You have the songbook?
Yeah, that was bring the
Songbook.
songbook.
Songbook from there?
Yeah, over here.
We're almost there. You just got the 3 deities. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Hare.
Siddhasara Sarambi.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. If you have a songbook, it's in the Vaishnava songbook. It depends which one you've got. Not in the normal one. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
The Vaishnava songbook.
It's not in
Vaishnava songbook.
It's not in the normal songbook. It's in the big one, but not the normal one.
You know that big songbook in which all the mantras are there?
Or
The Pushpanjali mantras. Or
It's not in the songbook. It's not in the songbook. It's in a very big one, the full one, but not in the small one.
yeah, but the Pushpanjali prayers should be there.
You can get it on there.
There's a Pushpanjali prayer.
yeah.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare
That page is
Rama,
missing in my thing.
Rama,
Starting.
Yeah.
It may or may not be in there. I don't think so. You can try. Look for it. It may not be there. I don't think it's there. There's another one.
Jayatam
Gayatam,
Surato Pango Mama Mandamate Gati Matsarvasya
Sarvasva,
Padamboja Radha Mohana Swaha Swaha
Swaha,
Swaha
Swaha,
Divya
Vidyad,
Vindaranya
Vindaranya,
Kalpadrumadaha
Padmadaha,
Sriman Ratnagara
Ratnagar,
Simhasanasto
Nasanasto,
Sriman
Vidyad,
Radha
Radha,
Shila Govinda Deva,
Govinda Devo,
Preshalibi,
Shalibi,
Sevyamana,
Devamano,
Smarami,
Rami,
Swaha, Swaha,
Swaha,
Swaha,
Swaha,
Srimad, Rasa,
Swaha,
Dasarambi,
Sitarambi,
Vansi Bata,
Vansivata,
Karasita,
Kasitaha,
Karsan,
Karsan,
Venu,
Venu,
Swanai Gopi,
Sri,
Gopinata,
Gopinata,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Swaha,
Swaha,
Swaha, Swaha,
Swaha,
Sapta Kanchana,
Saptakanchana,
Gaurangi,
Gaurangi,
Radhe,
Radhe,
Vrindavaneshwari,
Vrindavaneshwari,
Vrishabhanu,
Bhanu,
Sute Devi,
Devi,
Pranamami,
Pranamami,
Haripriye,
Haripriye,
Swaha,
Swaha,
Swaha, Swaha. Jai Shri Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Shri Advaita,
Advaita,
Gadadhar,
Gadadhar,
Sivasadi,
Vasari,
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Bhaktivinoda,
Swaha, Swaha,
Swaha,
Swaha.
Swaha,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Swaha,
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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Swaha,
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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Swaha,
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 Swaha.
Swaha,
Om Bhut Swaha Janusaya Namaha, Om Bhut Swaha Vatasaya Namaha, Om Swa Swaha Naranaya Namaha, Om Bhut Swaha Idamanantaya Namaha. Take some more. Una última.
I don't know if you need any more. You shouldn't need any more.
No, you don't need. You take it.
Om Purnamam Yasmai Vishnave Juhomi Amaram Yasmai Dadasi Vishnavaram Prunayat Yasase Swami Sloke Swaha.
Oh, Adi.
Put it like that.
Hold with both hands.
Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidaya Ja Jagadidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.
We'll be circumambulating now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, we continue. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You can finish now. Put the book back. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Om Bhuva Swaha. Kaya nasita Bhuvalam Kadari Kasapa Satsevita Om Bhuva Swaha. Asya Satya Mahadana Mahamrishya. Natyanan Sujati Om Bhuva Swaha. Abhisunna Sakinam Amita Jaitam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
It's not expecting her to go around, but she should give some kind of dakshina. She should give some kind of dakshina initiation. She may not know. I don't know if she knows. I'll tell her. Sometimes she collects from the devotees, or just give herself, or both, or something. Something should be there.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama